Hi, welcome back. So, just as we had a activity for monitoring and controlling the project work, here we have an activity within this knowledge area to control and monitor the scope. So, this control scope is basically performed to baseline the scope. So here we monitor the product and project scope. We manage the changes to baseline, which is the scope baseline here. And it is performed throughout the project. So you have a scope and you need to make sure that we stick to it. So any changes to it should be handled through change control processes and documented. It is the on input output diagram. We have project management plan, and here we have scope management plan, requirement management plan, change management plan, configuration management plan, scope baseline, performance measurement baseline. Anything and everything which deals with the scope is part of the input here. Then we have the project documents. So again, we will have lesson learned register, requirement documentation, traceability matrix, along with work performance data and OPAs. For tools and techniques, we use variance analysis and trend analysis, which are data analysis techniques. And the output here is work performance information, change request, project management plan updates, which will include updates to scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, performance measurement baseline, along with project document updates, which will include lesson learned register, requirement documentation, requirement traceability matrix. And the applications are monitor and control project work because that is going to directly coming from scope. So any change in scope will result in change in the project work. So if we are going to increase our scope, which means increasing the requirements or functionality, for that matter, even if we are reducing the scope, let's say we drop existing in scope requirement, we are looking at reduction in work. So monitor and control project work will be directly affected by that, and change control is again part of managing and defining scope, and of course the project management plan and document updates. So overall, if you see, this is the last element of this knowledge area. The scope is very important. We need to define it, we need to validate it, we need to have WBS where we break down entire work in smaller pieces, and we need to control the scope. Any change in scope is directly going to hit us. So it's very important to pay attention to the scope. Thank you.